Okay, my voice is a little raspy today, so you're going to have to forgive me. Oak has hit Cedar Park. So I have another book today. Hopefully I'll do a better job showing you pictures. It's called How Full Is Your Bucket for kids. Well, if I can get the page open. Okay. Felix was putting one of the last blocks on his tower when his little sister came in. I want to build with you, she said. Felix scowled. Go away, you're too little. Uh-oh. Do you see the blocks? And she's so excited, and he's not being very friendly. And the dog says, uh-oh, he's about to get in trouble. I'm big, she says. Stay back, you'll knock it over. I can be very careful. Go play with your baby toys, Anna. Oh, she says, and she kicks the blocks. Look at that. That's not good. Whoops. I skipped a page. Grandpa shook his head. Felix, you just dipped from your sister's bucket. Like everyone else, Anna has an invisible bucket. When it's empty, she feels bad. But when it's full, she feels great. Didn't you ever notice your own bucket? Invisible bucket? Sometimes Felix couldn't quite tell when his grandfather was joking. Do you see? She's really sad and frustrated. But the next morning when Felix woke up, there it was, a small gray bucket floating above his head. Look at that. Huh. Let's see what the deal is with this bucket. When Felix came down to have breakfast, his mom was in a hurry. I've got a meeting this morning. It's almost time to go. Anna, sit still. Everybody's rushing. Is that what your house looks like sometimes in the morning before school? Mine does. When my kids were little, it was really crazy. Felix slipped and choco wheat scattered across the floor. Felix, yelled his mom, you should have used the stool to reach that. Felix could feel his bucket tip and big invisible drips spill out. Drip, drip. Ha ha, Anna laughed as she crunched the cereal with her shoe. Drip. Get the broom and clean that up before you miss the bus, scolded Mom. With the school bus honking, Felix quickly swept up the choco wheats and grabbed the last blueberry muffin, but before he could even take one bite, what do you think happened? Uh-oh. Deborah can't turn pages today. Buster jumped up and grabbed the muffin from his hand. Drip. Hey, look at Felix's new backpack. My baby brother has one just like it. Drip. See the kids on the bus making fun of his backpack? Psst, Felix. Psst. Drip. Watch out, shrimp. Drip. Do you see everybody talking about him? And then somebody bumps into him. His bucket is emptying each time that happens. It was still morning, and Felix's bucket felt almost empty. So he's in a hallway at school full of friends. Everybody's laughing and smiling, but look at him in the orange backpack and the dark colored jacket. He's not smiling. He's having a rough day. As he watched his classmates walk into the room, he secretly hoped they would trip and fall. That's what it feels like when you have an empty bucket. Have you ever felt like that? You're just frustrated, and so you hope that everybody else is going to have a bad day too? Felix slumped into his seat and waited for something else bad to happen. Mrs. Bumblenickel walked slowly up to his desk and handed him a paper. He could hardly bear to look. Felix, you wrote a wonderful story. Would you please share it with the class? Felix grinned and felt a big drop land in his bucket. Drip. Look at that. He got an A+. Maybe things are going to look up. The Giganosaurus Who Wanted a Pet by me, Felix. He starts to read as his bucket says drip, plop, plink, plop. Look, his bucket is filling. Do you see it? It's getting full. The class grew quiet. They laughed at all the right places and oohed at the scary parts. When Felix finally read the end, everyone clapped, even Emily, who sat next to him and didn't usually like dinosaurs. Felix felt a whole shower of drops laid in his bucket. Maybe the day wouldn't be so bad after all. Team captains today are Veronica and Felix. Look, more drops. Drop, drop. Nice cow. It's a dog. Well, nice colors there, Felix, as he paints his picture. Do you see his picture over there? It does kind of look like a cow. I don't know if you can see it, but he says it's a dog. Cool laser ant backpack, Felix, says another girl. It's getting better. By afternoon, Felix's bucket was nearly full. At recess, when he looked around, Felix suddenly realized his grandpa was right. Everyone else had a bucket too. Do you see all those imaginary buckets above everyone? Some are smiling and they have full buckets. Some are not so happy and they have empty buckets. So Felix decides to take these matters into his own hands. Let me help you. Drop, drop, as he drops more into the bucket. Here's your baseball catch. Thanks, dude. Drop, drop. Do you see? He's being kind to others. And every time he does that, he's dropping in their bucket. Hi, I'm Felix. First day? Yes, I'm Amir. Ooh, I bet he was scared his first day, but Felix was kind to him and dropped into his bucket. The strange thing was that for every drop he helped put in someone else's bucket, he felt another drop in his own bucket. When Felix burst into the door after school, he shouted, "You were right, Grandpa. I do have a bucket, and I understand how it works." Then he saw Anna's torn doll. Bad dog, he almost scolded. But then he thought, dogs might have invisible buckets too. Your doll will be okay, Anna, said Felix. Mom will fix her. Until then, you don't want to help, you do, I can't read. Until then, do you want to help me build the tallest building in the world with my blocks? So see, look, he's trying to make her happy. She's so upset, and he's trying to make it better. Really good big brother. And so they did. And look at her smiling now. So when they talk about, is your bucket full? Are you filling a bucket? Maybe you're home and you're tired of being with your brother or sister, or you're tired of mom and dad and you're feeling a little frustrated because you want to go somewhere or play or whatever. Remember to fill each other's buckets. That means to be kind to each other and to play together and maybe help mom with your little sister or brother. Maybe build a fort. That's so fun. We used to do that all the time when I was little. Or go outside and find rocks to paint. There's so many things you could do together to fill each other's bucket. Help mom with the dishes or with dinner, or help her clean up around the house. Folding towels is a good way to help mom. She loves that. Anyway, I love you guys. I hope that you're having a great day, and I will talk to you soon.